It speaks for itself, Patriots. The title speaks for itself. It's common sense. It's clear as day. I want all patriotic Canadians from all over, not just Toronto either. I'm talking about from Halifax to Victoria, from Baffin Island to Toronto, from Montreal, everywhere. I want all of you patriotic Canadians with balls hanging down to their feet. And that's not just excluding women. In fact, in this day and age, there are a lot more women who've got more signs of balls than men. But I want all of you to immediately stock up, arm up, get ready. Because the federal government is planning to ban your guns. And we're not just talking about handguns here. This is just a precursor of things to come. If Justin, the tacky-headed, tar-faced, son of Satan, Mac Daddy, Trudeau, is reelected with his nappy-head self and his tar face, he has now planned, and this is what's really going to start to irritate me now. He has planned to ban handguns in the city of Toronto. Now, why does he want to do this? Because the city of Toronto has seen an increase in gun violence. Keep in mind, we already have, what's that thing that we have? We have registry, the gun registry. We have all this sort of stuff. We have some very strict gun laws in this country. Now, it's true, there has been an increase in gun violence. Mostly by a bunch of damn kids who have nothing better to do but kill everyone, but kill each other. You know, first of all, I don't necessarily, unless an innocent person is involved, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. Y'all kill each other and let the world have some peace. This gang killing this gang, who says that's such a bad thing? I don't think so. Who says it's such a bad thing if gangs are killing each other? I don't think that's a bad thing at all, but let's continue. Let's look at the facts. The facts is that most or not all of these guns are illegal. So no matter what you do, no matter what thing you put in there, you could say that if you buy a gun, we're going to chop off your left arm. It wouldn't have made a difference. None of what the Justin the tacky-headed tar-faced Mac Daddy is planning to put in the law would have prevented any of these gun violences here. Nothing. Nothing. Because most of these guns, if not all of them, were illegal. Illegal. They got them through illegal means. It wasn't through legal means. So, the point I'm making here, and the government isn't stupid. They know what they're doing. This handgun ban is just another way to castrate Canadians. Because most Canadians are now fed up with Justin the tacky-head tar-faced Matt Daddy. They're sick of him. They know he's the son of Satan. When they were busy arguing with the random nation, arguing with me, arguing with your tacky-headed Canuck selves. You don't know anything. You're arguing with me. Who are you to argue with me when I'm telling you Justin the tacky-head Mac Daddy Trudeau is the son of Satan? Who are you, you damn Canuck, to argue with me? Now you finally sing it. Better late than never. So it's a way to castrate Canadians. Patriots, if there's one thing that irritates me, you can take away my right to vote. You can force me to sit in the back of the bus. You can force me to drink at a separate water fountain. You can force me to pay 100% in taxes. But when you take away my right to defend myself with the same firearm that police and military people use, that's when there's going to be a problem. Because, you see, here's the thing. Firearms are our last stance of defense. It's our last stand of defense. You know, we are approaching a time where the only people in Toronto, and this is not just Toronto, make no mistake, Toronto is just a lab rat of what will continue. He's planning to do this in Calgary, Edmonton, Halifax, Vancouver, Montreal, Quebec City, Ottawa, Hamilton. He's planning to do it everywhere. Edmonton. Saskatoon, Winnipeg, Sudbury, Thunder Bay. He's going to do this everywhere. He's going to do it everywhere. He's probably going to do it even here in Oshawa. He's going to do it everywhere. There's going to be a handgun, and it's not just going to stop at handguns either. I'm telling you. You're approaching a society where the only people in Toronto, because that's the place we know it's confirmed it's going to happen if he gets reelected, the only people in Toronto who are going to be able to have guns are criminals and police. And we, the people, won't be able to defend ourselves against the criminal and the police. And I put the police in the same basket too. Not singling any individual police out. I'm talking about the system, the government. That is their fighting arm, the government. We all know that why the gangsters and the pimps and the terrorists and all these people, we all know why they're bad. But what worries me even more is when the government is able, at least in the United Kingdom, the police don't have weapons. So nobody has a weapon except farmers and the royal family. I mean, that's not good either, but you know, even the police don't have guns. They have sticks. But if you're going to tell me that we're going to live in a Soviet-style state where the only... Think about it, you guys. Think about it. Most of the places in the world with very strict gun laws happen and are tolerated because the police don't have guns themselves. The French police don't have guns. German police don't have guns. Italian police don't have guns. Swedish police don't have guns. And most of these countries, these European countries that have gun laws, the police don't have guns. But if you're going to tell me now that we're going to live in a state like China where nobody's allowed to have a gun except the police and the military, that's when we have a problem. That's when we have a huge problem. A huge problem. Especially with the type of voting process that we have, which will allow Justin the Tacky and Matt Daddy Trudeau to become Prime Minister again. I don't want to live in a country where Justin the Tacky-headed, tar-faced Matt Daddy, that's Trudeau, the son of Satan, is Prime Minister, who is in charge of all the police, RCMP, OPP, all these different police apparatuses, who have weapons, and not just guns, tasers, sticks, mace, all sorts of things, police dogs that they can come after us if we try to demonstrate in a rough manner. Where I live in a state where we are not allowed to have handguns to protect ourselves. I'm not talking about hunting. I'm talking about handguns to protect yourself from the damn outside world, which is dangerous. And we can't have that? Only the police can? I'm not living in a state like that, especially if Justin the Tacky and Matt Daddy Trudeau is in charge. I mean, if you were to say, okay, you know, let's put some mild Barney as Prime Minister or Big Bird or Blue's Clues or Teletubbies or something as Prime Minister or whatever. Okay, you know, and he was the Prime Minister and we couldn't have guns except the police. Maybe that's a little bit more manageable. But you are telling me to accept the fact that Justin the Tacky and Matt Daddy Trudeau, who skirts the law, who breaks the law, who is corrupt with Jody Wilson-Raybould and the Aga Khan and all these people, who is a complete idiot, a fool, a blackface wearer, a black minstrel dancing, buck dancing son of Satan. You're asking me to live with him as Prime Minister for another 4 years after what he has done, giving $10 million to terrorists, allowing the border to be completely open to God knows who, to allow knives on aeroplanes, and you're saying I can't have a gun to defend myself in a country like this, but the police can, and the criminals will continue to get guns illegally? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I'm calling on all Canadians. You listen to me here, you cutters. You have a bad habit of not listening. You have a short attention span. Put down the damn Tim Hortons coffee. Put it down now. Put it down. Turn off that damn TV. There's nothing good on anyway. You listen to me. If you don't agree with anything I say, I plead with you, if you're able to, get yourself a firearm. And if you can't get a firearm, get a BB gun, get a paintball gun, whatever you have to do to prepare yourself. Because I think Justin Trudeau is going to be reelected. Don't rely on your fellow Canucks to sort this out. If a society that elects Trudeau in the first place is not a society to be trusted. Don't trust polls. Don't trust anything. He's going to be reelected. I am banking on it. Listen, I'm not going to be prepared to wait for Canucks to remove the son of Satan from power. I'm not relying on that. God has told me what I should do. God has given me the word to tell to you. And you listen to me. You need to prepare for the worst. And the worst could very well happen. You know? Canucks are itching to re-elect this guy. Maybe not in a majority. Because there's more people that dislike him than like him. But because the right is so useless and divided, and the NDP it's acting like its own self, we have to rely on ourselves. Stock up, arm yourself, be prepared for the day when handguns and probably other guns are banned from our streets, and the only people who have it are police and criminals, just like in the Soviet Union, just like in China, just like in many of these type of places. North Korea, that's the type of country we are heading to. If you don't listen to anything I say now, just listen to the sense I made. I hit the nail on the head when I said when the British and the French and all those other European countries had tough gun laws, they made sure to say, to appease the crowd, that we will not have police have guns as well. But our police have guns, and we're not going to be able to have handguns. So they have guns, the criminals have guns, the military have guns, and the ordinary people don't. That's Soviet Union right there. Prepare, stock up, arm up, get whatever piece of defense you can, and don't tell anyone you're getting it. And make sure you keep yourself off the radar, so when they do come, you are ready. This is the Orana Nation. Let me tell you this one more time before I sign out. An armed society is a polite society. An armed society is a courteous society. You go to places like Switzerland and all those places, when they have gun laws, I mean, they do it properly, not like in America where it's all ramshackle. I'm not saying we need to be like Texas and Alabama. I mean, these places do things in a chaotic type of barbaric, animalistic type of way. In fact, I would say the people in Alabama and stuff, you know, they're just as bad as we are. But you go to a place where you know that there's a good chance you're going to run into at least one person. In fact, it's a fact that you're going to run into at least one person in the day, within a 24-hour lifespan, who has a gun. You're more behaved, you're more courteous. I'm not saying we need to hurt people, kill people. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just a fact. Switzerland, even in the South in America. I mean, I lived down there for a time. You know, people have this stereotype that it's racist. I'm not saying that it isn't. But on a whole, it's a lot more polite than some of the big northern cities. Look at Chicago. Look at New York City. Places without a lot of guns. And it's impolite. It's rude. It's disgusting. There's crime everywhere. Armed society is a polite society. We have to do something to make sure that criminals and crazy people and nefarious, wicked people don't have guns. And I know how we can do that. And we need to find a way to get illegal guns off our street. This is the Orana Nation.